Is This Even Real?
Tonight on Is This Even Real? And I find this incredibly hard to believe, but CNN's Jake Tapper is the co-author of a new book detailing the cover-up of Joe Biden's cognitive decline by the Democrat Party. Remember, Jake was the guy who said this.
I think what we see on stage with Joe Biden, Jake, is very clearly a cognitive decline.
Okay.
That's what I'm referring to. It makes me uncomfortable
You are
to watch somebody on stage search for
it's so amazing. It's so amazing to me that
try and figure out an answer.
A cognitive decline.
Well, when you're trying to tell me that what I was suggesting was
I think that you were mocking his stutter. Yeah, I think you were mocking his stutter, and I think you have absolutely no standing to diagnose somebody's cognitive decline. I would think that somebody in the Trump family would be more sensitive to people who do not have medical licenses diagnosing politicians from afar.
Emily, take it away.
That was the most phenomenal receipt I've ever seen in my entire life to destroy the credibility of this individual essentially taking ownership of what we already knew. May this not go anywhere near the New York Times bestseller list, and may everyone point out exactly what it is, which is obvious. I also wonder at whose direction he says him and Alex decided the next day to write this book, but at whose direction put that on that and also put on the cover his choice to run again. We already had the assassination attempt proverbially against Biden. Why is this even necessary other than to cover their own tracks for doing stuff like that for the last 4 years, which is covering up and apologizing for it?
Glenn, it is to Emily's point that he's kind of taking ownership of an idea, but he's taking it after Joe crashed and burned, right? After he destroyed the party in public. Now it's like, oh, yes, we knew all along. Yeah. I mean, I like Jake, but come on, dude.
I kind of feel like when I found out that Kane and The Undertaker weren't really brothers right now. Right? I mean, the mainstream media did everybody a huge disservice. Not only the country, but also Joe Biden himself. They hurt everyone. And ultimately, when you ask who was running the country, well, now we found out it was a bunch of faceless bureaucrats. And thank goodness for Elon Musk and Donald Trump who are taking care of that.
Yeah. I'm not even sure it's faceless bureaucrats. I still don't know who ran the country. I'm still pretty sure it was Hunter. No, I think it was Hunter. Hunter was in the White House the last couple of months. So, Mike, the one thing about that clip, we never knew about Joe Biden's stutter. No one ever talked about it until finally when he would have these public displays of cognitive failure, the media somehow acted like we were supposed to know about something we never knew.
Shame on you for questioning him. Do you know he stuttered when he was younger?
Yeah.
Look, I to your point about, hopefully it doesn't hit the New York Times bestseller list, I don't know who's going to buy this book. The right's not going to buy it because they don't like Jake Tapper. And the left's not going to buy it because they're probably pissed off that he wrote this book. But the idea that he's got the balls, right, to pretend like we're going to uncover this, I do admire it. Because it's just so out there. Anyway, Godspeed. Maybe he'll sell a couple of books and then we'll all find them at Costco.
The foreword should have been written by Laura Trump.
Yeah, that'd be funny. No, actually, that would have been ballsy is if he does I mean, I haven't seen the book, but he should have a chapter in the book where he apologizes to Laura Trump.
Yes. The whole book will be apologies. If he actually does it correctly, that's going to have to be a very long book. A lot of apologies need to be issued. These people are absolutely shameless, but they know Judgment Day is coming, right? They've seen so many of their colleagues getting the axe. They see the direction that's headed, that they could be headed in, and they're trying their best to stay relevant, right? So now they're just turning on a dime. The things we said before, oh, no, we never said them. Now we're going to, reveal ourselves. And I can already imagine the sequel to this book. It's going to be Believing in Trump and MAGA Since Day One by Jake Tapper.
See, I don't think they have enough self-awareness, and I think they're going to end up doubling down. I think that's where this is all going to go. I don't think they're going to revert or move to a different position or try to get towards the center. Maybe, some people like Gavin Newsom, but I don't think in general, I don't think they will.
Well, that was an interesting point that I kind of tuned out of.
Yeah. Well, as did most of America.
We'll be right back.
I'm good with it.